Oh. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Last week we were talking about the thought knowledge and thought free knowledge. Thought knowledge is vritti jnanam and thought free knowledge is vritti rahit jnanam. And this vritti rahit jnanam, meaning thought free knowledge, which is our essential nature, it will not happen, it will not reveal, it will not be invoked unless and until we give up our entire past. Purification means giving up the entire past. This ego, what is the main strength of this ego? It is the entire past. The bigger the past, the longer the past, the stronger the past, the more intensely you have lived, you keep living your past or remembering your past, the ego is stronger and stronger and stronger. Less past, less ego. No past, no ego. So bring yourself. Now if this is the rule, if this is the rule that you want to experience the Satchidanand Swarup that I am, then how can we come to our essential nature and yet hold on to the past, which is the reason for the ego to exist? This is only at the virtual level. Ego is nothing but the ghost. But this ghost is surviving because it has got some data. And that at the relative level, this interaction between me and you is also happening at relative level. If we are not ready to de-link from our past, this vritti jnanam will continue to precipitate. It will continue to suck into its whirlpool every time it erupts, every time it expresses. See? So, first thing in our life, in our daily living, live in such a manner. Every Bhagavad Gita tells you, Upanishads tell you, Mahatmas tell you, Yoga tells you, if you are on a spiritual journey, everyone is telling you. Give up your past. Don't repeat your past. Don't talk about your past. Don't think about your past. Don't revel in your past. But we are like that crooked tail of the dog. Yes, yes, yes. When listening, we are so, oh, Swamiji, oh, what a wonderful text. It was so wonderful. And very next moment, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Swamiji, my son is like, when he was small, it was like this. Swamiji, when I met you last time, it was like this. Immediately passed. No problem. If at all we think of the past, think so that you learn a lesson from it and delete it from your system. This imaginary continuity of past into present and present into future is mithya. As much as ego is mithya, that much this past, present, and future is mithya. Mithya means that which appears but is actually not there. And that is owned by another mithya called the ego. And we take it to be so real and so, what you call, become so serious about it. So do not talk about your past. Then there is a possibility that we can give up the vritti jnanam. Then there is enough clarity within our mind to focus, to be available, to be that conscious principle in spite of the thought of that conscious principle as the Atma or as the reality or as the Brahman or as the whatever name you give, concoct it for it. Those are just all these words, Sat, Chit, Anand, Brahman, Atma, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, all these are names which are mere reminders, they are indicators, they are pointers to that which is beyond the thought, beyond the word. Word expresses as thought only, or thought expresses as word. So they are pointers to that consciousness. They are pointers to that consciousness. And that consciousness I am. And we will be able to be available to that consciousness through those pointers if there is no self-cancellation going on. And self-cancellation, sabotage, is done by us to ourselves by way of remembering the past. Now do what is required to be done. Are you, as much as you are committed to yourself, to your family, to your relatives, are you even an iota committed to the truth with that intensity? I'm not talking about intensity to regularly come and listen to the satsang. That is commitment. But in that commitment, what is your intensity of interaction with the information that is coming to you? Which is a pointer to the consciousness that you are. Have you ever sought the consciousness with the same intensity as you seek sleep every night? The intensity with which you want to go to sleep? Have you ever duplicated that intensity towards the self? You have to ask that question. That commitment, that readiness to surrender, that for being indifferent to all the memories. Because if you keep thinking of memories, you cannot go to sleep. So we have to be so alert and in waking state where this sadhana is going on. We have to help ourselves by not talking about the past. That is the data with which this I gets identified. And our job is to make this I lean. Our job is to make this I thought dissolve. It is dissolving, but there is other I which feels this I, even though it is coming and going with every object of knowledge, but there is someone who says that I am thinking, I am the waker. This waker is the one who's owning all the waking thoughts. That is the waking ego, which seems to be there but is not there. See? So we have to slow everything down, and to slow everything down, we need to consciously not allow the past to interfere our present. If you continue to allow past to interfere the present, you will keep remaining where you are at this moment, because it's corrupting the present. Just like computers need to be upgraded, your iPhone keeps saying update, 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 update. Every day some update is coming. Are we updating ourselves when we come to satsang? Updating will be what? Reducing this I. If the number of things that it can associate itself with, that is, it is not allowed to associate with anything consciously, by choice. Then there is a possibility of vritti rahit jnanam. Then we choose to associate it with that thought which does not lead to any conclusion. What does it mean? If I use the word book leads to a conclusion, this particular. Thought is laptop, it leads to this conclusion. Thought is phone, this is the conclusion. Thought is Nagaraj, this is the conclusion. But when I think of self, is there a conclusion? If there is a conclusion, that conclusion can only be an imagination of the mind. So if you conclude I means this body, but this body is an imagination of your mind. If I concludes that I am mother, daughter, father, sister, it is an imagination of the mind. I am a sannyasi, I am a student, I am a seeker, I am confused. All this is imagination. Vritti Rahit Jnanan means no conclusion. And we can get to that no, non conclusion without conclusion. You are, but you cannot think, or you are in spite of the thinking. So we have to think such thoughts which lead to no conclusion, but to be available to those thoughts which lead to no conclusion and get you reveal yourself to you. See, you have to help yourself by not allowing other thoughts to hijack that process. Everything in our life, everything in our experiences, every contact, every event, every knowledge, every interaction, everything that is happening, including a blink of an eye, including the heartbeat, including the breath going in and breath going out and coming in, the waker dreamer going into sleep, coming out of sleep, going into dream, coming out of dream, coming into waking, going out of waking. Every micro or macro event in our life is only trying to help us to go back to our essential nature. But we stupid fellows are addicted to our ego because we are addicted to our past memories. So even though we are the infinite at this very moment, past which precipitates the ego does not allow us to recognize the true I. So today's experiment, sit straight or comfortably with just it's an exploration. Don't be too serious. I am sitting in meditation, back straight. Who cares, back straight or not? Stand upside down like a bat. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Important is that you are available. You are comfortable. You are in that position where you are undisturbed. So sit in a comfortable position with a happy disposition, smile on your lips, a commitment in your heart, courage, and surrender to the divine by whose grace we get the strength, the Atma Bala, to remain forget about realization. First, remain equanimous to all the eruption of thoughts, whatever they may be, of past, imaginary, future, undisturbed. Equanimity means samatvam yoga uchyate. Remain equanimous. Do not allow a commentary to begin after whatever has come into your mind. If no commentary is there, that thought will come, stay, knock, knock, knock. Is there anyone there? Please accept me. Nobody is there to accept me, it will go away. Just keep watching. And every now and then, when you feel that you are undisturbed. Again, that feeling will be by way of thought only. Keep watching that also. That you are the continuous consciousness. You are the conscious principle. For this, exposure to the silence is very important. Not silence outside in the world, silence in our mind. And the clutter in our mind is from past, future. Remain equanimous, remain undisturbed, remain a witness, remain watchful. Do not react.